Hey YouTubers, it is Senor D and I am joined by
Ava
and Ethan
with a shark tooth.
And we are buried in comic books today, so we need to get this haul video done. Big stack,
Little stack,
little stack,
medium
stack,
little stack,
stack, stack. So we got a lot of books to show you guys. We're going to rip through these as fast as we can. It's just so that this video doesn't go to be like 30 minutes plus long. If it does, I'll have to break this down into 2 parts. So this first stack of books is going to be an AOK that we received from POORMANCOMICS. He's a very awesome YouTuber. If you're not subscribed to him, do me a favor, pause this video and go to his channel, sub him up. I'll leave the link below. Make sure he's subscribed to him because he is an awesome YouTuber. Him and I have a lot of the same collecting styles. We like the same artists, same books, etc. So I received an AOK from POORMANCOMICS because he commented on one of my videos. He saw Wonder Woman 72, the classic Brian Boland cover, and he reached out to me and asked if I wanted to do a trade. I told him I'd just send it to him, which I did, and then I found out he lives like 90 minutes south of me in Chicago, which is super cool, so maybe someday we'll actually get a chance to meet up since I'm just north of him. And he took it upon himself to send me this huge stack of books back. So we're going to rip through these. This first little pile that he sent me, he just labeled these as reader books and cool stories and cool covers. So to start off, we have What the #1, and this isn't bagged and board, but I remember seeing this when I was a kid, so I'll reread that. We have a Vampirella Second Coming #4, nice Joe Jetsko Virgin cover. We have some sort of, I don't even know what this is, like a shadow trap or something, #16. It's got a cool Zatanna on the cover.
And the back is cool.
And this book I haven't heard of, but I recognize the artist. This is David Mack. This is the Cross Bronx #4. It's a really nice, like I said, David Mack cover. Love the watercolor work that David Mack does. This book I had back in the day when I was a teenager. This is Death Heads 2, #1, so I'm very familiar with this book. And then he sent me this awesome G.I. Joe. This is #14, cover A. Nice Snake Eyes cover right there. Pretty cool. And then this was also in the reader pile, and this was actually on my want list. This is X-Men Classic #79. This is the one Adam Hughes cover that I did not have, so I was really happy when I received this. So this is probably my favorite cover of this run that Adam Hughes did. Next he sent me a book, and it's cool because he said, here's a book for your kid with illustrations by, and obviously he knows that I am a big fan of Jenny Frison. So she did the chapter illustrations in this book, and they're really well done.
For kids? Oh, yay!
The thing about Alice in Wonderland, though, is that this is actually my favorite kids book and Disney story. And since I love Jenny Frison so much, my kids aren't going to get this book.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it for myself. So thank you very much, POORMANCOMICS. Love it.
Can we read it together?
We can read it together. So then he sent me another stack of books that I'm pretty familiar with most of the artists here. So he sent me The Rocketeer official movie adaptation. Nice David Stevens cover. The American flag, love this. I don't have any Rocketeer, so I was real excited to get that. This is Infidel #2. This is another David Mack cover. This is The Call #1. I'm not really familiar with this series, but I do recognize the artist, and that's a Gabrielle Delato cover. This is Dead Iron #3. This is a Jay Lee cover.
Jay Lee?
Not familiar with this book at all, but I'm definitely going to check it out. Then he sent me The Clean Room #10, and this is another Jenny Frison cover. Then he sent me Red Sonja number 15, and I love the Jenny Frison Red Sonja run, and I do not have this book, so I was real happy to get this one, so thank you for this. Red Sonja, Jenny Frison.
That's creepy.
And as Ava said, this book is creepy. This is the Revival number 18, and this is actually really creepy.
Right. And it's signed.
But you can see he's got a little post-it note here that it is signed, and it is signed by the cover artist, Jenny Frison. And actually,
This one, Dad?
the autograph would go that way.
Can I do this one?
Very cool. Thank you, thank you. Ethan, no, we're not to that one yet. You gotta hang on. We gotta get through this first. This is Deadpool, Art of War. This is number 2. I'm not familiar with this series, and I'm not sure who the artist is. I could speculate that maybe it's early David Mack work, but I could be completely wrong. But it's a nice watercolor Oriental style cover. Then he sent me this fun book. This is Married with Children, Quantum Quartet, number 1. Loved Married with Children growing up in the mid to late 90s. It was a great show. Obviously, as a kid, my parents didn't really approve of it, but I snuck up and watched it because it was funny. This book, he said, is a rare book and hard to find. I'm not really familiar with it, but this is the number 1. This is the Cheeseheads. And because I'm from Wisconsin and it's a cheesehead thing, I put this in here, and then he put a nice little note, P.S. Go Bears, obviously because the Packer-Bears rivalry. So I'm going to be looking forward to sending him messages back and forth once football season starts. He sent me Heroes Inc. Presents Canon. Not really sure about this, but I know he just showed this on his 225 subscriber contest video. This is a really cool cover. Really classic looking, so really cool. Let's get that. And then he sent me this Batman number 1 with a little note that says, because it is the one and only Adam Hughes cover. So, very, very cool. So then he sent me this note. Thanks for the Wonder Woman bowling cover, Senor D. Here's some comics I think you'll enjoy. One is a comic only the Cheesehead and myself, I guess, would like. There's a book for your kids. And a super secret comic that you should leave for last. Love your channel. Never missed a haul. I think I even went back and watched the ones I missed. If you're ever looking for a certain book, feel free to reach out to me. And gives his email address. So, very, very cool. So this is the book that he sent me to open last. He's like, I hear you've been looking for this. It's not the best copy and definitely could go for a clean. I'm sick of hearing you looking for this book. He obviously has seen me in chats, in auctions, and I've made it apparently pretty obvious that I've been looking for this book. And I was really excited. It brought a huge smile to my face when I opened it up and saw it. But Power Girl 27. Warren Liu. So thank you very much for sending me this book. You really did not need to send this. I did give it a light cleaning. I started working on it. I didn't finish cleaning it yet though, but it looks amazing with a little bit of cleaning. What can do to it? So thank you very much. Thank you.
There's something else that you need to clean on there.
Yeah, I know. I'm not done cleaning it yet. It's going to take some time.
Pen scribble.
No, there's not a pen scribble. So this next set of books I got from Jeff Johnson and the New York Warriors. They're doing one of their auctions. So I bid on this lot, and I think I won this for like 51 bucks. Flash 46, Francisco Matina.
I didn't know that was the Flash.
Already got a copy of that.
Wait, that was the Flash?
Yes.
I thought this
Batgirl,
was the Flash.
that is the Flash. Batgirl, Birds of Prey, number 20. Adam Hughes, second copy of that, but picked it up.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man 620. Don't know who the artist is, just kind of a cool Mysterio cover. But these are the books that I was going for. For the whole reason why I bid on this lot was Amazing Spider-Man 611. This is the Scotty Young variant.
Oh, this is the one you wanted.
So that was one of the ones I wanted. And then Amazing Spider-Man 601, J. Scott Campbell. So, really happy to get both of those. And then as a bonus, if it went over $40, he threw in this Star Wars number 1, Frank Cho. And it is signed right there by Frank Cho.
And I'm wearing a Star Wars pajamas.
So, very cool.
I'm wearing
So,
Star Wars pajamas.
thank you, the mayor, Jeff Johnson. Once again, if you are not subscribed to Jeff Johnson and you don't know who the New York Warriors are, make sure you sub him up, and I'll leave a link for Jeff Johnson below, and from there you can find out who the rest of the New York Warriors are and sub them up accordingly. But again, I'm sure you're sub to them if you're sub to me. So let's see, we are on 10 minutes. Let's keep it moving. I have a buddy that lives close to me that sells comics out of his garage. Him and his buddy just bought a new collection. No, not Gio. Bought a new collection, and they didn't get a chance to go through it yet. They went through like the first, 10 books or boxes, and he let me come over and go through them. And I basically, for this big stack of books, I think there's 13 books here. I paid $60, so it came out to like $4.61 a book. Some of them I didn't do so well on, if you just break it down that way, and some of them I got a pretty good deal on. So, Quasar #1, pick that book out. New Mutants Annual #6, first appearance of Shatterstar. What If #31, this is What If Wolverine Killed the Hulk. So $4.61. And then Detective Comics 388. It's a nice old book. Classic Joker cover. So in pretty good condition too. So really happy to find that. Batman 245, just kind of an old Neil Adams
cover.
Yep, Neil Adams cover. Really like that. Then another Batman. This is Batman 295. I don't know if this is a Neil Adams or not. This might be a John Romita cover. Not 100% sure on that. So that was cool. And then Batman 319. Really nice condition too. Colors really pop on this. So really happy to pick up these Batman books. And I found Batman Adventures 18. Yeah, I know, not 12, but so cool. Picked it up. Found this nice Alien Worlds #4, another Dave Stevens cover. Happy to add that to the collection. And then I snagged out not one, but two copies of New Mutants 14.
First appearance of
Magic. So both really nice copies. Neither one of them are newsstands. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have newsstands, but whatever. I'll take these for $4.61. Absolutely.
Swamp Things.
Swamp Thing #1. So this was the one book I was really happy. I'm kind of really happy to add that to the collection. I don't have any Swamp Thing, so to add Swamp Thing #1. And then I was also able to find Swamp Thing #9. It's kind of a classic Swamp Thing cover. So really happy to add these two books to the collection and walk away with paying like $5. $4.61. So then, yep. I only ordered 2 books from Midtown this last week, and that was X-Men Gold #30, J. Scott Campbell. And then I also got The Secret Classified, which I unbagged. I knew what it was, so X-Men Gold, regular J. Scott Campbell variant, and then the classified variant. So happy to add both of those to the collection from Midtown. 2 weeks ago, I went to a small Comic Con. I ran into your buddy Gio and Wisconsin Claw. Again, if you're not sub to them, links below. Sub them up right along with Jeff Johnson and POORMANCOMICS. It was awesome running into you guys. It was a lot of fun. Too bad it was hotter than hell standing outside. And we talked for like an hour. I had sweat dripping down my back and in my armpits and just everywhere. Yeah, I went home and took a nice cold shower. So I picked this up.
Miles Morales' first appearance.
Miles Morales' first appearance, Ultimate Fallout. A couple weeks before this last con, I saw this at a vendor, and he had it listed for $25 and then 20% off everything that was in that box. So I went purposely back to this con, hoping I'd run into him, which I did, and this was still in there. Of course, after the news that Sony was doing the Edge of Spider-Verse, the animated movie. So this book started to go up. So I snagged this for $20. Very, very, very happy about that. From the same vendor, he had this on his wall.
Batman. Jim Lee second print variant.
Everyone knows what this is, the hard to find Jim Lee second print variant of Batman 608. He had this listed for $80, which even at $80, this book is a $100 book all day long. So at $80, I was like, that's a good deal. But and that's because I'm telling you the story. Because I bought this, he gave me this for $65. Which was even better than $80. I would have had no problem paying $80 for it since it's a $100 book. But when he said 65, no questions asked. Bring it to daddy. So I was very happy to get that. And what's funny about this story is your buddy Gio and Wisconsin Clark, they were at the same con. I went outside. I ran into them. They must have went out to their car to, drop some books off or get some water or whatever. And I was actually getting into my car to leave, and I, unbeknownst, was parked right next to them. And they're like, "Oh yeah, what did you get?" And I showed that Batman to Wisconsin Clark, and he actually was looking at that book and was going to go back in and buy it. But of course, you snooze, you lose. So I got that for a really great price. So then these are books that I picked up from the LCS.
Local comic store.
That's right, local comic store. Very good. You're learning YouTube comic community lingo. This is
Flash 48.
Flash 48, and this is the Matina cover.
And Flash 49.
Flash 49, another Matina cover.
Hawkman 1.
Hawkman 1, this is the Steven, oh man, I just looked this up too right before dinner. The Steven Surgic, right, I think, cover, I don't know. I heard this was actually a really good read too, so I'm going to pull this back out and read it.
Not one, but two Green Lantern 49s.
Green Lantern 49, Warren Liu, 2 copies of those, Buttes. I did also get, I have 2 copies of Batgirl 24 coming, and 2 copies of Miss Marvel 31 coming from Unknown that I ordered. My LCS was actually out of Batman 24s, and he didn't put one in my box. So I was a little disappointed about that, but not the end of the world, especially since I had 2 already pre-ordered from Unknown Comics. Picked up this gem, Mr. T and the T-Force, and it is still in the poly bag, and it has the gold foil trading card in there. So who doesn't love a little Mr. T? And this is cool because it's Neil Adams.
X-Men Gold.
Here's another copy of X-Men Gold number 30, the J. Scott Campbell, the Secret Classified. This one I left in the poly bag since I have this one that I took out of the poly bag. So I left this one in the poly bag. I know, comic books everywhere. It's insane. And then...
Not one, two.
2.
Mrs. Marvel. Stephanie Hans variant.
Stephanie Hans, Miss Marvel 31. So 2 copies, plus another 2 coming from Unknown Comics. And I got those for like $2.49 or something, like, well, or maybe $3.29. So I got those for under cover price. So really happy to snag these bad boys up. So that's going to do it. We just blazed through a table full of books.
In only 18 minutes.
And yeah, we still got, we're under 20 minutes. So that is super awesome. So hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subbed, please sub up the channel. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. It's all good either way. But whatever you do, please make sure you check out Poor Man Comics. Link below, sub him up. Jeff Johnson from the New York Warriors, link below, sub him up. Your buddy Gio, link below, sub him up. Wisconsin Clark, link below, sub him up. And a few other shout outs I want to do is I'm going to do a shout out to my buddy on the West Coast Games. Make sure you check him out. He puts out awesome videos. Seeking Yermak Comics, also a really awesome dude that always comments and tries to support the whole entire community. I haven't seen him lately. He must be hanging low, but shout out to Seeking Yermak Comics. Alfred83 just put out a haul video, I think, earlier today. Make sure you go check out Alfred83. Tacoma Comics, big shout out to him. He's been putting out a lot of videos. Symphonic Elk has not really a contest, but kind of a video going on that if you make donations to the St. Jude Cancer Against Kids, and you make a donation, you'll be entered to win a nice stack of books. He just did another update for that, so make sure you check out Symphonic Elk. And then Joker 68 is doing a Joker birthday contest, so make sure
Joker's birthday.
Yeah, Joker, like not the YouTuber Joker, but Joker, the comic book character from Batman. It was his birthday, you know, when he debuted. So this YouTuber's doing a contest, so make sure you check that out. And thanks for watching, guys. And we're gonna have a whole bunch more books coming in. Hopefully not this big of a crazy aisle, but yeah, I just definitely had to get this off the table. The wife was getting mad. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care.